Aloha and welcome. My name is Merissa Indigo Miracles with Divine DNA Blueprint Mystery School, and I am very excited to present to you some excerpts from an oracle transmission reading with a client where we were exploring galactic history and lineages, star nation and star family lineages, and the information that presented forth was so beautiful and I think very holistic, very well-rounded, and was guided to share excerpts of this oracle session to give you activation points to assist your own exploration of your galactic heritage and the many different DNA strands that we have from many different star nations here, which have integrated with us into the physical body vessel and the DNA. So I hope that is very beneficial to you, and just there are a lot of resources mentioned and a lot of techniques and a lot of cultures brought in and different time lines, frequency bands of time as well in the planetary Akash for this individual. And I was guided to share this information to support connecting through your own life and lineage and the different cultures that stand out to you. All of these different activations are kind of memory code triggers for you. So I hope you love it and just have a really good time. Enjoy the activation. And the intention here is that it supports you in accessing your own personal Akash and your own DNA memory banks, because we're all a walking, living library of information stored within the DNA. So thank you so much for tuning in and enjoy the meditation. Just inviting you and me, we, to come into the inside now. So closing the eyes, breathing in and feeling the expansion of the belly softly, and exhale out. Pulling ourselves into this now moment. Just breathing in, exhaling out, coming into a contained space here in the now, Feeling the breath in the belly and in the chest. And feeling your seat. And now we can just intend to connect, and you might hear tones. Heart chakra, just bringing our fingertips gently to it to feel the heart center at the sternum. And then connecting that with the womb, a few inches below the navel, if you want to just gently touch that area. And then connecting with the higher heart right by the collarbones, touching that area, breathing. And then connecting it with the throat, touching the throat. So the link, this beautiful golden link, is established with these centers, receiving and sharing. And now let us imagine our torso as a beautiful tree trunk. And seeing our roots now, we ask beautiful Pachamama, Earth Mother, to receive us, if we may be with her. And feeling her love. And now seeing our roots go through the layers of the earth, seeing the other root systems in the mycelium, these really wonderful kingdoms of beings of consciousness here, going deeper through the layers of earth, seeing beautiful caves filled with crystal, aquifers of water, and going down into the core of Sacred Mother Earth and seeing her beautiful crystalline heart. And this is New Earth, Gaia, Terra Nova, Tara, 5D and above here. And we wrap our roots 3 times, hugging her beautiful heart and feeling it like fingers holding a soft stone. And pull snugly, make sure we really feel that connection, and now feeling the connection, the abundance, the infinite support that is unconditional, a sense of nurturing and comfort. and seeing a beautiful emerald green liquid plasma along with a beautiful white water. It's like a diamond rainbow plasma water. These energies coming from her for us, healing us with the green ray and the rainbow diamond rays. Seeing these energies come up through our roots now, up through our legs and abdomen, and going up through the body, up through the chakras, up through the cells and tissues and bone, feeling it through our teeth, going up and out the crown of the head, showering around 3 feet in each direction, this beautiful emerald and diamond water plasma. Welcoming Grandmother Willow and Grandfather Oak Tree to sit with us in this room. Their beautiful branches overreaching, holding us in an embrace, their roots going down into the core of the earth, drawing up gold and energy to sanctify this space, elevate us in the holiness of the I Am presence, and establish elevation, protection, healing, and bringing us more deeply, intimately with the joy of Gnosis. Calling with that sacred Gnosis, Sophia. We welcome Sophia and the Sophia Seraphim, Mother Mary, Isis, Yeshua, the Magdalene, calling on our helpful ancestors and our teams, the highest love and orders of divine law, to be here with us, the angelics, the archangelics, the galactics, ancestors, calling in the kingdoms, calling in the elemental directions, north, east, south, west, above, below, within, and without. And placing now here with us a beautiful, beautiful cast bronze urn with sapphire flame as a filter as we go deeply into our star family. And I ask you to please say your name 3 times. The golden waves of frequency swim through the fabric of being. Teams, helpful ancestors, highest guides, welcoming in her star family to support us in establishing the connections, the remembering, expanding further on what heart and soul already know. We ask for your support and assistance in making this remembering and connecting and activation more tangible in divine grace and exuberant joy. Well, I immediately see a pharaoh-type figure with the crown that the Egyptians wore, the very tall crown, and he's blue-skinned. These are blue. I'm getting Syrian and Atlantean. Seeing Thoth. Seeing an Arcturian connection with this as well in this time frame, a kind of a higher Atlantis timeline here. So as Egyptian, which were their higher dynasties before infiltration, were kind of a hybrid blend of society of Syrian and Atlantean. And then the Arcturians were also there with their geometric kind of engineering support, whether they were one DNA strand in one being or several different races coinciding and intermarrying, it is not clear, but those are kind of a triad presenting of that window of time and incarnation, energetic. I'm just seeing a really just kind of a stacking of layers of time and places. So there's a Mayan connection. The Mayans were reputedly from Sirius and the Pleiades, the cosmic Maya, excuse me. Activation may come from Dr. Jose Arguelles' work, like perhaps the Mayan Factor or Surfers of the Zuvuya, some of his books. And Thoth will support the Egyptian, Syrian, Atlantean, and Arcturian connection. Connecting with Thoth, reading about him, asking him. It is interesting because there are themes that present in patterns, but the representation or the incarnation and the lineage and Terra are different. So it's different lives and expressions and individuations of certain core cultures. So I'm seeing also Native American on the plains, beautiful long hair with a headband looking off into the distance, and seeing a connection with the Pleiades, but also the Syrians in some way, which is not clear yet. So we have Egyptian so far, we've seen Mayan, we've seen Native to North America, I think is what I'm seeing. Also, when you were asking initially before the contained space, the Aboriginals did come through where you are now, and there's definitely a Syrian Pleiadian connection with that. Connecting with the dirt may tell you more. Also, painting with the dirt, touching it, and asking for the crystalline, asking for the galactic, asking for the star dust to show, because it's everywhere, it's all around. It's important for you to discover the aspects through you of these lineages, to connect with them authentically, but it always helps to do research too, and to kind of ping and activate like memory triggers with things. So James Gilliland work is coming through as well. I think it's called Return of the Gods is one. He has several books on the ETs, and he's a very high frequency individual who has a beautiful ranch for enlightened contact here in Washington, actually. So it may behoove you to connect with high vibe people and their transcriptions or interactions with these celestials and galactics to see what resonates with you. So exposure is a good thing because it will help with your own disclosure. So have fun exploring. See what you find. Just putting in something, see what comes, and see if you can kind of trip down a rabbit hole of discovery of pings and getting enough little pings to start somewhere, and then pull back from the external information and then go within and keep exploring. And then when you hit a wall with something, just know, okay, well, more will come through another source or just a random fun way that the intel comes. They're stressing really the sovereignty component of bending, refracting, or filtering all external information when you're seeking information through within to see what sticks, of course, but also showing that it can really support the activation in the DNA by looking outside. So just making sure that that is in balance. They're really emphasizing that so that you know you, for you, by you, through you. Maybe Archangel Raphael. Just trying to see, asking the monad, any more of your team. There's a component of kind of the galactic archangelic guardians of the galaxy, you know, who are kind of like guard masters or postmen of Gaia. And for that, we would ask for your astrology. What is your sun sign?
Sun is Cancer with Aquarius moon and Gemini rising.
Okay. There's I can't remember what it's called, but I'm seeing it. It's that there's a crown. Okay, so in the constellation of Cancer, there's actually a crown on the crab's head that has these really special stars. If you look that up, I can't remember what it's called right now. It came in last year. I learned about it, and it was a beautiful activation. So that's just a suggestion. Find out what so Cancer constellation crown. It's very important for the higher consciousness. It's going to support you, probably resonating at a soul level with one of the soul roles here of being a conduit, an emissary of a birth mother, a doula of New Earth. And on the outskirts of all of this, farther away, maybe meaning longer away, there are the Lyrans. The Lyrans, there are the lion beings. Some people say Lyra or Lyra, and this is part of a very ancient, a great book for this is The Prism of Lyra or Lyra, however you say it, Lyra. And this is part of the genetic history of our creators for humanity, of which we come from, because we have so much in the DNA. We're like 12 races, actually, so you can keep going further into more, and you'll see different times of year, different aspects, galactic aspects, become more prominent when we are aligned with certain star systems. So they're also showing me it would really be supportive for you to explore astronomy, and I have a great resource for you for that, which is Julie Dara of Inner Space. I want to say it's Inner Space Healing, but we will confirm this. She is an astronomer and a celestial shaman, a dear friend. Because connecting more with the stars, the constellations, the planets as beings will also greatly support your embodiment of galactic citizenship. Because at least what the conduit has experienced currently is the birth of the Holy Christ Galactic Child right now. So the conduit is experiencing birth of Lemurian child. With that, that's right, there was Lemuria too. Lemuria, seeing that in Australia, seeing that definitely in the Pacific Islands as well. The Hawaii's, because there are several Lemurians. There's, the Hawaiian, Lemurian, and Tahitian. I'm seeing Tahiti. I'm seeing that whole area that maybe you perhaps were part of that process of coming from, Tahiti or Tahiti to Hawaii via the Hokulea, and that is Arcturus. So there's the Arcturus again, the star map, people, navigators. So that unravels a whole other thing. Navigators, compass, maps, whatever that may mean to you. And I think that that's what we can get